Help! Can we help you?
Don't worry, my friend. It is going to be all right.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Hello, Robinson. It's quite some time I saw you last.
Yes, quite some time. How are you, Edward?
Gussie, this is the Robinson Crusoe I've told you so much about. We were at school together. I don't think you've met my wife, Cathy.
How do you do?
I'm very pleased to meet you, Mr. Crusoe.
Mrs. Lancet, Edward, allow me to introduce to you my friend, Mr. Mundy. He's just returned from a trip on the continent.
How do you do? How do you do?
Nice to meet you, Mr. Mundy.
Hello. Why don't we sit down? So you've just come back from the continent. May I ask, which countries did you visit?
Practically all of them. I did some research into the etiquette rules of the different European nations.
Mm-hmm. Talking of good manners, we've just been presented with a rather curious book on this subject. Would you like to have a look at it?
Oh, most certainly, yes.
Mr. Mundy, do you mind getting that book in the red jacket down from the shelf?
Yes, of course. Excuse my back.
That's all right.
Well, Mr. Mundy?
Yes, it's very interesting, thank you.
Do you mind telling me which university you went to? No, you don't really need to answer my question. I think I can guess. It's Oxford, isn't it?
Of course. How did you guess?
It wasn't very difficult. I'm a professor of English. Why are you laughing, may I ask?
What's the matter, Mr. Crusoe?
I'm sorry, excuse me. Have you ever heard of a man called Friday, I wonder?
Man Friday?
Yes.
Just a moment.
Yes.
Oh, why, of course. I read this story in the newspaper. Friday's the savage you brought back to England from that desert island. Incidentally, where is he now?
He is here.
You mean to say you've left him waiting down in the hall?
No, he is here in this room.
I'm sorry, I don't quite see the joke.
I'm not joking. This young gentleman is really Friday.
Friday? This savage?
He was once. He's now a fine gentleman, Mr. Friday. We apologize for pulling your legs. We did it on purpose because there's no one else who could appreciate to a greater extent than you my achievement in teaching Friday English and fine manners.
Unbelievable. How did you manage it, Robinson?
Well, it is a long story.
Do tell me everything in detail. As a teacher of English, I have a professional interest. Kathy, too, would like to know. Wouldn't you, Kathy?
I certainly would. I'm just dying to hear how you did it.
Well, I shall tell you all about it, but before, with your permission, I would like to explain to our viewers what it is all about.
Oh, of course.
Вы, вероятно, не сразу узнали в этом элегантно одетом, безукоризненно воспитанном, говорящем на прекрасном английском языке молодом человеке бывшего дикаря Пятницу из знаменитой книги Даниэля Дефо. Вы помните, чем кончается книга? После продолжительного морского путешествия я в сопровождении моего верного Пятницы прибыл в Англию, пробыв в отсутствии 35 лет. Вы, конечно, спросите, чем же объясняется такая разительная перемена в Пятнице. Так вот, дело в том, что, оказавшись со мной на острове, Пятница, благодаря своей природной одаренности, весьма быстро научился бегло говорить по-английски. Долгими вечерами я рассказывал ему об Англии, о Лондоне, о своих знакомых, друзьях, родственниках. Ему, конечно, все было в диковинку, ведь для него земля кончалась за горизонтом. Однажды я попытался представить себе, как я буду знакомить Пятницу с друзьями и родственниками. И тогда я понял, что без знания английского речевого и бытового этикета Пятница так и останется неотесанным дикарем. Ведь этикет – это одно из средств общения между людьми. Он помогает людям общаться, помогает людям понять друг друга. И нарушить правила этикета можно не только речью, но и поведением. Так вот, я понял, что мне необходимо научить Пятницу не только говорить по-английски, но и общаться на английском языке. Ну а что такое умение общаться? Умение общаться – это значит знать и соблюдать общепринятый этикет, правила и нормы поведения. Другими словами, нужно знать, что, когда и как говорить и делать. Итак, я решил обучить Пятницу английскому бытовому и речевому этикету. И в этом деле прекрасным подспорьем для меня была вот эта книга Ступина и Игнатьева «Современный английский речевой этикет», который я совершенно случайно нашел в кают-компании корабля, разбившегося возле нашего острова. Я очень рекомендую ее и вам. Демонстрирую ее снова. Современный английский речевой этикет. А теперь прошу извинить меня, я, знаете, совершенно забыл, что все-таки мы находимся в гостях у профессора английского языка Эдварда Лансета, которому тоже очень интересно узнать, как мне удалось сделать из Пятницы дикаря Пятницу джентльмена.
Excuse me?
It's perfectly all right, Robinson. You mentioned that Friday learned to speak fluent English very quickly. Is that true?
Yes, quite true.
But you said that wasn't enough. Why?
Because of a visit we, Friday and I, paid to your home.
A visit? To our home? Do you remember it, Kathy?
I don't, I'm afraid. worried.
I don't either.
Well, there was actually no visit. I just tried to imagine what might have happened here in your home if Friday had no ideas of English speech etiquette and good manners. Something along these lines. What might have happened?
Hello, Robinson. It's quite some time I saw you last.
Yes, quite some time. How are you, Edward?
Cassie, this is the Robinson Crusoe I've told you so much about. We were at school together. I don't think you've met my wife, Cassie.
How do you do?
I'm very pleased to meet you, Mr. Crusoe. I've heard so much about you.
Mrs. Lancet, Edward, allow me to introduce to you my trustful friend, Mr. Friday.
Hello.
How do you do?
How do I do what? Oh, how I do it. I do it like this.
What does that mean, young man?
I'm sorry, you must excuse my friend. Why did you do that, Friday?
Because the lady asked me how I do it. She said, how do you do? So I had to show her how I do it.
You must excuse my friend. He must have got a sunstroke.
Are you sure you are all right now?
Yes, he's perfectly all right now, aren't you, Friday? I'm really sorry, Edward.
It's perfectly all right. Don't give it another thought.
Perfectly all right?
Well, then I can do it again if it's perfectly all right.
No, please, no. Don't, Friday, please.
Excuse me.
What?
That's what might have happened.
And so you decided to teach your man Friday what people usually say in different situations.
Exactly. Do you mind if I explain a few things to our viewers in Russian?
No, of course not. It's perfectly all right.
Of course.
Вы, вероятно, обращали внимание, что целый ряд речевых оборотов, такие как, например, «как поживаете», «какие новости» или «быть того не может» и так далее, употребляются собеседниками в разговоре машинально, автоматически. Без усвоения таких оборотов, таких клише, трудно научиться естественному общению на иностранном языке. Для того, чтобы мой пятница не попадал в неловкие ситуации, я выписал для него на карточке из уже известной вам книги клише, наиболее соответствующие различным ситуациям, типичным обиходным ситуациям общения, ну, например, знакомство, обращение, приветствие, поздравления, пожелания и прочее. После этого я начал обучать пятницу, разыгрывая с ним, по большей части в воображении, конечно, различные ситуации общения. Кстати, я посоветовал бы вам тоже завести вот такие карточки. Вот эти карточки. Ну, а пользоваться ими нужно так. Вы берете карточку любого удобного для вас формата и записываете на одной ее стороне встретившееся вам клише. Например, keep your fingers crossed. Или такие клише. Allow me to introduce to you, Mr. Или how do you do? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. А на другой стороне карточки вы записываете соответствующие русские речевые обороты, которые далеко не всегда, кстати, являются прямым переводом с английского. Ну, например, keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed. Ну и на другой стороне карточки вы записываете тьфу-тьфу, не сглазить бы. Или позвольте представить вам мистера. Allow me to introduce to you, Mr. Позвольте представить вам мистера такого-то. Далее, how do you do? How do you do? При знакомстве вы просто говорите «здравствуйте» или даже говорите «как поживаете», это прямой перевод, или «очень приятно». Все эти речевые обороты прямо соответствуют английскому «how do you do». Ну и, наконец, рад с вами познакомиться. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Рад с вами познакомиться. Старайтесь использовать место на карточках, возможно, экономнее, потому что по мере усвоения с вами дальнейшего усвоения английского языка вы будете их дополнять новыми оборотами, а также комментариями. Теперь как же работать с карточками? Отобрав из картотеки 20-30 карточек, может быть, меньше, по различным ситуациям общения, которые вы решили вот сейчас эти ситуации повторить, начинайте работу. При этом вот по этим отобранным карточкам вы можете делать перевод сначала с английского на русский, потом с русского на английский. Повторяю, что перевод не прямой, а именно это подбор соответствующих выражений. А карточки, которые вы не смогли перевести таким образом с первого раза, откладывайте в сторону, чтобы еще раз повторить ситуацию и таким образом усвоить материал. А теперь, извините, мне нужно возвращаться к своим друзьям.
Excuse me, please.
Sit down. Well, Robinson, what was the first thing you tried to teach Friday?
Well, the first thing I tried to teach him was, let me see. I'm afraid I can't think of what it was.
You mean you don't remember it now?
No, I don't, I'm afraid.
But I do remember.
Was it you, Friday?
No, it wasn't me.
Who was it then?
But I did hear someone saying, I do remember.
It was me.
Another Mr. Friday?
It's me, Roger. Let me out of here.
Oh, well, that's Roger, my favorite parrot. Oh, I almost forgot about him, what a shame. Allow me to introduce to you my companion and assistant, Roger. I couldn't possibly leave him behind on a desert island.
Oh, such a lovely bird.
Well then, Roger, perhaps you could tell me. What was the first thing your master tried to teach Friday?
Certainly I would. The first thing he tried to teach Mr. Friday was what to do and what to say when people meet each other for the first time.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Excuse my back.
Yes, now I do remember our first lesson, and it was something like this.
Mama chewing gum. Mama chewing gum.
Oh, Friday. Here. Well, Friday, do you remember what you did when we first met?
Yes, I do.
No, Friday, it is all wrong, as you understand. Let us do it again. Just imagine that we are strangers. I don't know you, and you don't know me. I don't know you, and you don't know me. What would you say?
Hey, look. Me Friday. Me Friday. What's your name? You're Robinson Crusoe.
No, Friday. This is wrong, I'm afraid. Please sit down. Sit down. And let me explain. Lesson 1. Lesson 1. Introductions. Introductions. Lesson 1, Introductions. When you wish to introduce yourself to a person you do not know, you may begin by saying, May I introduce myself? My name is Mr. So, may I introduce myself? My name is, and you give your name. Or you may also say, allow me to introduce myself, and my name is so. Allow me to, and then to introduce myself, my name is. Or you may also say, let's Let me introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. So, may I introduce myself? My name is Mr. Friday, for instance. Or allow me to introduce myself. Or let me introduce myself. There's no to. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mr. Say Friday.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Friday. Let me introduce myself. My name is Friday. Yes. I'll try.
May I introduce myself? My name is Friday. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Friday. And let me introduce myself. My name is
Friday. Friday. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well, you may then ask the person's name by saying, May I, yes, Friday, one moment, ask your name? May I ask your name?
May I ask your name?
Well, my name's Robinson Crusoe. How do you do?
How do I do?
How do you do?
How do I do what? I don't understand.
Well, how do you do is the most usual form of greeting that people exchange when introduced to each other. How do you do?
Does that mean glad to meet you?
Well, almost the same, but not quite. It is the most usual greeting people exchange when introduced. Let's do it all over again.
All right.
May I introduce myself? My name is Friday. And may I ask your name?
My name's Crusoe. I'm Crusoe, Robinson Crusoe. How do you do?
How do you do?
Very good, Friday, very good. You're doing very well. Very good. Very good. Congratulations. Now, before we end this lesson, I'd like you to review everything you've taken down on your cards and rehearse it with Roger.
Okay. May I introduce myself? My name is Friday.
May I introduce myself? My name is Roger. How do you do?
How do you do?
May I ask your name?
My name is Friday.
How do you do? May I ask your name?
My name is Friday. How do you do?
How do you do?
No.
May I introduce myself?
Fascinating. And what did you discuss at your next lesson?
We discussed another form of introduction, but I'm afraid I won't be able to tell you all about it now. I think we must be going now.
Oh, must you really go now?
For sure, it's early yet. Can't you stay a little longer?
It's been a very pleasant evening. Thank you.
Yes, we've enjoyed this evening very much. Thank you.
Don't mention it. It's been a great pleasure to know you.
I hope you'll come again.
I'm pleased to have met you, Mr. Friday. Goodbye. Goodbye, Roger.
It's been a pleasure meeting you, Professor Lancet. Goodbye.